and then I thought we'd start the show with something that I have been making this summer. My kiddos love s'mores. At our house near the cottage, you know, we have a campfire out there when we can, and you know, always have graham crackers and marshmallows and, you know, chocolate bars on hand. Although the chocolate bars always seem to be missing. We've got the graham crackers, we've got the marshmallow, and what's with that? There's never seems to be, I just keep buying chocolate bars and they keep disappearing. I think it has to do with my son, Riley, who goes back to college this weekend already. It's like crazy. I don't even know where summer went. But anyway, I thought, well, since I've always got graham crackers and marshmallow around, why not turn that great summer classic into s'mores cupcakes. Very, very fun recipe. These are perfect for all those end of summer cookouts. If you have to bring treats to, you know, the office or to the kids' school, I think these would really be fun. So sip a coffee and we're going to get to work. And has a brand new look and a brand new sassy attitude, I think, to go with it. So if you heard, or maybe you even saw, Anne had and was the Monday morning makeover a few weeks ago. And she looks fantastic. But tomorrow we're going to show you what she looks like. The folks from Salon CTI are going to be here, and she's going to be all glammed up, and she just looks fantastic. It's really good to see her. So, all right, we're going to get to work on recipe number 1. And you know me, I love using a box cake mix and just jazzing it up. So we're using a chocolate cake mix. I'm sure you could use yellow if you wanted, but I'm a big fan of the chocolate. So we're going to use a chocolate cake mix, but you don't want to use the directions on the back. You want to use my recipe. So now we're going to add to that 3 eggs. We've gotten a lot of emails and a lot of Facebook comments about, you've probably heard about our new lineup. Fox 11 has acquired, and we're really excited to have Live with Kelly and Michael. And that is going to be at 9 o'clock, and then my show will be right after that at 10 a.m., and that starts September 2nd. So yes, we're still going to be here, and we're just going to be an hour later. So hopefully you'll still watch, and well, we definitely hope you're going to watch. So that starts after Labor Day. Okay, so 3 eggs we're adding, 1 1/4 cup of water, and vegetable oil here. I'm just going to mix that up. Boy, was that the most gorgeous weekend? It was so great to be home and not going anywhere, and we just savored every second of it. The whole family went on a bike ride, Fox River Trail. We stopped by Anne's house to visit. We did a surprise visit because I hadn't seen her in so long, and I wanted to see her new look. And she lives right near the Fox River Trail. So anyway, it's so fun to have the whole family together, and your teenagers actually want to do something with you. That's an amazing thing. But it was just the perfect day. Saw the tall ships in town. It's really a great weekend. It was Riley's birthday over the weekend, so we went out for dinner to his favorite place. He's a pizza guy, so we went to his favorite pizza restaurant on Saturday night. Yesterday was the day of like getting organized, you know, like completely making sure we had all the school supplies and the lunch stuff for Ireland's lunch, all that kind of stuff. So far, so good though. I haven't heard anything tragic yet, so. Those teenage girls, they can be a little dramatic, you know. And it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, you were one at one point. Okay. I have some beaters for you. It's my little welcome back in the saddle present. There you go. Okay, so where do the graham crackers come in? We've got the chocolate, and we're going to put more chocolate on top. I'm going to melt some butter, and while that's melting, I'm going to crush up some graham crackers. And I always seem to have, you know, some broken graham crackers from s'mores. So this is a great way to use them. Don't throw them out. We're going to crush them up. And you can have the kids help with this. I know a lot of the kids, Ireland's school went back extremely early, but a lot of the kids don't start until after Labor Day. So, you know, this is a fun one to get those kiddos into the kitchen. I've been Both my kids have been in the kitchen a lot this summer. Riley wanted to learn how to cook a little bit more, and Ireland, I can never get her out of the kitchen. So this is a fun one to help them, get in here and measure, and kids love to, beat things up. So we're crushing up some of the graham crackers, and I'm going to mix that with some of that melted butter, and we're going to put a little of that in the bottom of each of our muffin tins. Oh, Abby, my producer, wanted to remind everybody that we do have another big night out coming up. And we're going to announce the details of that very, very soon. So I'm going to take some of these crumbs and mix them. I'm going to save some of them, though. I don't want to use all of them. Mix them with the melted butter. So keep checking our website, and we'll keep watching the show, and we'll keep you posted on when that next big night out is going to be. They're always so much fun. We go to a local restaurant, and usually a 5 or more course meal paired with wines, and it's just a really great time. Okay, so now we're going to take some of the graham crumbs, and this is going to make about 24 cupcakes. So we'll take some of those graham and just sprinkle a little bit, teaspoon or two, in the bottom of each cupcake liner. This is going to give a little bit of a graham crunch. A lot of fun stuff going on in this recipe. I'm going to get to work on the frosting, and I'll get back to these cupcakes. Now, marshmallows, of course, got to have marshmallows and s'mores. So this recipe has a really fun, yummy marshmallow frosting. I love using box cake mixes. I'm not a big fan of the pre-bought frosting, so whenever I can, if it's I'm always trying to come up with easy frosting recipes, and this one's really easy. Homemade frosting, I think, makes all the difference in the world. So this one is 1 stick of softened butter. So I'm just going to start beating that in a minute. Then I'm going to add to that 1 jar of marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream. This is that sticky, ooey gooey, wonderful stuff. And you don't like this stuff? Never had a fluffernutter sandwich with peanut butter in this stuff and you heat it up? Oh, Mad Dog and Meryl make those on the grill, and tortillas, they're good. Okay, so we got our fluff out. And now we're going to add a little bit of vanilla and powdered sugar. The recipe calls for 3 to 4 cups of powdered sugar. So I'm going to carefully add a little bit. We'll add a little bit more. It's up to you how stiff you want it. I'm going to pipe the frosting onto the cupcake, so when you're piping it, you like it a little bit stiffer, so it'll work better in the piping bag. If you want to hand frost it, you could have it a little more smooth. A little more creamy, I guess I should say. All right, we'll let that do its thing, and I'll get back to the cupcakes. So I've got my buttery graham mixture in the bottom of the liners. Now I'm going to just take some mini chocolate chips. And if all you had was regular semi-sweet chocolate chips, those would work fine too. Just a few in the bottom. Make them more chocolatey, and it's going to melt and get in there when they bake. It's going to be really good. Frosting looks really perfect. Okay, so we're just going to also just kind of press this down just a little bit, make a little bit of a crust at the bottom. And So good to see everybody today. You know how that is. We have such a great, crew who works on this show. Not a big crew, but they're small and mighty. So it's always so good to see each other. Lots of hugs going around today, for sure.
Hugs?
Yes.
I didn't get one.
Yes, I gave you a hug, Ann.
No, you did.
Well, come here. All right. All right, there you go. You got your hug. I gave you a beater. Come on. Okay, so now we're going to take the batter. Go right over the top. Preheat the oven to 350. And cupcakes, the deal with cupcakes is you don't want to overbake them, so about 18 to 20 minutes. Cupcakes, because they're not like a big cake, they can be a little dry if you overbake them. So that's something, want to keep those cupcakes nice and moist. And they're still so trendy because they're just fun. They make you smile. All right, so these are all set. They're going to go into the oven for about 18 to 20 minutes. Everybody's oven's different, so just give them a check after a while. We have some that are done and cooled and perfect. And now we're going to start decorating these guys. Oh, that frosting looks so good. Looks a little stiff, maybe a little bit too stiff. I'm going to do just a teeny bit. Ann, do you want to get a little teeny bit of some milk for me? And I want to talk about a couple other things. So we took some graham crackers and just put them into quarters. And we're going to take a chocolate bar and just break that up too. Yeah, I kid you not, no matter how many I make of these or buy of those chocolate bars at our cottage, somebody always finds their way to them. You too? Does that happen to you too? So I think I did the recipe calls for 3 to 4 cups.
And you doubted me.
And I think I did the full 4, and it's just a little bit stiff. So I'm just going to add a little bit of our Lamer's milk, just a little bit to thin it out. All right, I think we're good. And then again, I'm using a piping bag. These are just, a way to dress it up. Actually, we didn't have any piping bags. We were out of them, so just took a Ziploc bag. And we have one of those piping tips. But certainly you could frost these by hand, and a lot of times at home I do. This is one of those things where if you just want to, kind of look like a rock star and take it to the next level, you've got company coming over and you really want to wow everybody. But if you're just making these at home with the kids, just frost them by hand. Either way, they're going to taste and look so cute. All right, so in goes my yummy, yummy marshmallow cream frosting. Powdered sugar, marshmallow fluff, butter, and vanilla. Doesn't get much easier than that. And I'll show you how we're going to decorate these guys. Got frosting everywhere. Oops. Forget the tip. We're just going to use the, there you go. Something else for you to nibble on, Ann. And sometimes actually just cutting a corner of the bag, like in this case, actually makes, so even if you don't have a piping bag and a tip, just cut the corner of a Ziploc baggie, and you're going to get kind of the same effect. Kind of looks like a big marshmallow. Doesn't that look good? And then you just take that one will be mine. Okay, so then you take one of these grams, just stick it right in there. And then you can take a little bit of the crumbs. Where'd our crumbs go, Ann? The crumbs that we did not mix with the butter. Just sprinkle a few of those right along on top. And then we take one of our little chocolate bars, stick that in there too, and you have the cutest cupcakes with a little surprise inside, a little crunch with that graham cracker crust and the chocolate chips in there. And there you go, s'mores cupcakes. Aren't they adorable? Talk about fun. Recipes on the website, and coming up, we're gonna have some more fun. We're gonna show you how to make homemade ginger ale, plus a chicken taco salad with fried cheese curds on top. So don't go anywhere, we'll be back.